taking the very first step, going from sitting on a couch, being overweight or obese or whatever it is that they're at, to saying, okay, I can make that very first step. Because I knew that was the biggest hurdle of them all, was just taking that very first step.
They try to drown me, I can swim upstream so profoundly. I can stay calm in a dire situation. I'm at it every day, no time for a vacation. And I smell blood in the water. Everything I do, yeah, I do it for my daughters. Now I'm gonna shut your lips. It's time for a brand new episode of What? We Talkin Jit, say what? We Talkin Jit, say what? We Talkin Jit, say what? We Talkin Jit, said it's time for a brand new episode of Talkin Jit.
Crazy. Just all natural conversation here, man.
Dude, I'm down, absolutely.
So I appreciate you doing it. It's been a long time coming for you. How long have you been on your weight loss journey now?
Well, it started in 2020 at the very end. So what do we say, beginning of 25? So it's almost coming up on my 5th year. I'd say it's like 4.5 or just shy of, but it's been a journey, no doubt.
Crazy it's been that long, honestly. It feels like you just started, but at the same time, I don't know. I guess time just flies.
Yeah. Well, I remember being really, really big and being excited about getting smaller, I would say. And then I remember getting smaller and showing you, talking about, I mean, you remember we talked about many of things, different supplements and books and all kinds of stuff. But it's been, a definite journey all the way through.
So for the people who listen, where did you start off at? You're just at 400 pounds?
Just shy, 3 pounds shy. Yeah, 397 pounds was the highest that I saw on the scale. That was scary enough to jump off.
So let's start with that lifestyle. What were you doing? Like, how did you get that big, and what do you think led to it? Where was your mind at?
That big. I mean, definitely I was a big guy. I mean, I just always, I mean, I was big in high school. I was big all the way through. I'm 6'4", so I carried weight, you know what I mean? But I always made poor choices wise. I would say, I mean, being down at the beach, it was pizza, burgers, wings, whatever was available all the time. You know what I mean? Like, it was just grab it and go, especially small businesses the way we do. It's not like you get a structured lunch or dinner or anything. I mean, business goes first, and then we kind of like jump around that. So that was basically it just kept compounding. I mean, it was started way back. You know, I was 230, 240 pounds. I remember in like high school, and then next thing you know, I'm like 260, and then 280. I remember I hit 300 and scared myself, and I lost some weight. You know, trying different, whatever diets and stuff like that, and got back down like 220, 230, and then went up to 320, and I was like 340, and quit smoking and had a kid and went through a bunch of life, just a lot of life happened. And next thing you know, I remember just looking down and the scale was 397 pounds. It was like, oh my God. Yeah.
That's crazy, because I've known you for quite a while now, and I've seen you incrementally, but I see you often enough. It would have been crazy to see you, and then like in 2 years see you. You know what I mean? I probably wouldn't have even known it was you.
Oh, dude, I get it all the time. I mean, like my customers, I've been doing this for 20 years. And so they've been seeing me do a lot of this weight loss. I mean, all the way through, and people come back and they're just shocked. I mean, they're just like, I cannot believe that. I know it's the voice, but it's not even the same person standing there. And I tell them it's not. You know what I mean? When you go through that much change, it's not the same person standing there anymore. I just say it's on the other side. You get them, find somebody else, the one you hoped you'd be.
You smoked cigarettes.
Yeah.
I remember you smoking cigarettes. And you're right. I just noticed like that beach food is not there's not very good healthy options on the beach now to think about it.
No, I mean, if you're intentional about it, I mean, there's definitely seafood and there's salads and there's things out there that if you, put your mind to it, but the quick and dirty of it, I would say beach pizzas and, wings and fries and everything fried. I mean, it's like going to I don't know, like a state fair. I mean,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
feels like everything's fried, everything's battered, everything. Yeah,
And
I mean, it's
and the
all
sun
got.
just takes it out of you, so you're working in the sun, you just want everything. You're, like, just craving calories too, I'm sure.
Yeah, oh, yeah, you just wanna stuff it in, yeah, and you're eating it all the wrong times too, right? I mean, think about it. I just say you basically you miss breakfast, you're barely getting a lunch in, and so next thing you know, you're just scarfing down a whole bunch of just empty calories by the end of the day. Yeah, it was definitely not good. It's not good.
So, right around almost 400 pounds, you're like, what went through your head when you saw that?
That was scary. Yeah, I never hopped on a scale before and had fear of like, how am I going to get to this? Yeah, where's 400 pounds going to do for me? And I knew I was just kept going. I was trending in the wrong direction, so I was like, this is not going to work. So I just said that was it. I was like, this can't work.
Yeah, because 'cause you're very involved with your daughter and stuff. I'm sure she popped in your head like, "Hey."
Yeah, well, and I started having like actual physical back issues, like I mean, like it was getting bad. So yeah, it was not good.
Is that the puppy?
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. You could
Oh, you're all good. I was at first, I was wondering what it was, and then I'm like, "Oh, yeah, puppy."
yeah. Yeah, yeah, we've got this little one. Scarlett, will you take him? Alright, thank you.
Aw. Look at him. Look at you, man, turning that whole life around. Now you got the next you just need the white picket fence, you know?
And
Liv
apparently, yeah, I say I'm getting there.
liv living the life. We living on the beach. So, man, there's a whole lot to talk about. I mean, especially everything from, like, the hurricanes affecting the business to, but what's the one of the craziest things that, I wanted to dive into a little bit just to get it recorded is
Yeah,
just, like, how much change you've made both physically, mentally, and just, like, your discipline. I mean, because I remember I would work on the boat dock for the listeners. I clean boat at Neil's business. He's got a rental boat company, and I'll come in there and clean the boats. But you and I would sit there and just have talks a lot about like, what supplements to take and what's healthy and what's not. And like what we read today, what we found out is like totally horseshit for you. And what we found out is actually really good for you. And the best part is, we were actually putting them to the test. So like you're actually eating cleaner and cleaner and finding out what makes you feel better and what you're altering. And
yeah,
I think a lot of people, yep,
yeah,
yep. And I think what a lot of people don't realize with diet is like a lot of people, I think what steers them away from good diet is they think that it's like a huge lifestyle change right away. But it to me is like incrementally, like just kind of making smarter choices. It's
yes. Oh
kind of,
yeah, no, it's definitely small. Yeah, I mean, if you came in and just all of a sudden, it would be like saying going from never walking a day in 20 years to I'm going to run a 5K marathon the next day. Like it's just not going to work. You're not going to go from burgers and fries and fried chicken wings and pizza every day to all of a sudden like salmon and asparagus and salad.
yeah,
I mean, it's it's definitely you're gonna tailor that down the same way you're gonna start just taking small walks and small steps. I mean, yeah, I remember way back when I very first started, like even just working out. I was on the little elliptical machine for 5 minutes. I mean, that was it. I mean, 5 minutes, and I was completely out of breath. I mean, huffing and puffing. But I mean, you got to figure I was 340 pounds. I mean, completely out of weight. I mean, I had not done anything other than work around the dock and marina. I mean, no physical exercise at all. I mean, before that, or like
yeah.
years and
That's a lot of weight to walk with.
years. Dude, yeah, it was a lot.
What do you think was like what's the first adjustment you made? Was it exercise or was it diet?
It was diet. Yeah, I mean, the very, very first thing I remember talking to you way, way back, but it was the mindset to change where I couldn't go back. Like I knew that I had to make the change, so I couldn't go back to the old me, and my old me kept making the wrong decision. So I knew I had to start making new ones. And then I started with diet. I knew that that had to be the fundamental and the base of it. And so, yeah, I started switching where I made intentional, like I said, just looking for the positive thing. Like, I'm going to eat breakfast and I'm going to eat leaner. I'm going to eat things. I'm going to do better. You know what I mean? So I kept changing it and I kept working with it. The stuff where I wasn't going to starve myself because I did that before. Buddy. I say I did a one where I did all milkshakes for almost
Mhm.
like a year, and I lost a bunch of weight. I did. I lost a bunch, but I starved all the way through. And as soon as I started eating and going back to regular food, I rebounded and went worse. And I knew I
Yeah,
didn't want to do that again. Yeah, I mean, I think everyone that's been big their whole lives has gone through some kind of diet that was way too radical and has rebounded and come back. I mean, I think everyone's been there, done that. And I knew this time I wasn't going to do that. Like this was a forever thing.
it's like a boil the frog technique. Like, you wanna,
Yes,
like, slowly alter it, man.
slowly
One
emerging.
one of the things, like, for me, because like, my car accident and, like, the injuries and, like, the pain management, I guess, aspect of it is, like, I used to be like a sweet tooth. Like, I would just randomly get a sweet tooth, and I could not shut it off, and I've finally, like, kicked most sugar out. If I eat sugar, it's usually, like, dark chocolate, like a handful of, like, chocolate chips, but
Yep.
that's got antioxidants and, like, caffeine and stuff. That's, um it's not as bad for you as most just processed sugars, but that's, like, my kryptonite now. But now that I've kicked sugar out for so much, I feel, like, a lot better when it comes to, like, inflammation and the headaches I would get and stuff like that. And then
Mm.
the, the other thing I've noticed is, like, now when, like, say I go to a kid's birthday party and there's sweets, it's too sweet for me. Like, I
Yeah.
couldn't eat a whole piece of cake anymore. And
Oh, I felt that, no doubt. Yes, I definitely. I found, yeah, cutting out the sugars and cutting out the carbs was a big one for me. I knew those ones were going to be tough, no doubt. And so I'd say I went ahead and I intentionally made sure I kept lowering those until the point where I didn't do them anymore. And I didn't have as much problem with the sugars. I mean, I do. Don't get me wrong. I could do some sugar-free things like sugar-free coffee creamer. I still do that.
mhm.
But I found salt helped a lot for sugar
Oh, yeah.
cravings. I don't know why, but that definitely that counteracted, say a lot of the sugar cravings for me over time on that one. But yeah, no, you're right. If I do anything like that, like a piece of cake or even a bite or something, it's too much. I mean, it'll give me headaches and everything if I have like an actual load of sugar on it. Like, well, no, not gonna happen. Not good.
Yeah, it's crazy sitting back there and realizing, like, back in the day, yeah, I could eat, like, cake and ice cream and go home and, I'd have, like, my sweets and stuff, and, like
Right. And
and
the
then
night binges. I remember being like 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night, coming home from work and just scarfing down anything that gave you sugar and calories. I remember just starving. Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, ice cream, cake, anything that was in the fridge. And I mean, I remember like there was a whole selection of different kinds of sweet things, that I had at all times. So, and like I said, that definitely, that
it
definitely built up.
and it's crazy to me, man. I feel like most people don't understand that, like, if they cut out or did the same and got to the point to where, like, their body reacts to sugar this way,
Yeah.
they wouldn't I don't think they would do it anymore. I don't think they'd think it's worth it. It's
No.
they just
Once
don't know because they haven't felt life without it.
Definitely. Once you prioritize yourself and you realize what your body's like without the sugars, yeah, it's you don't want to go back. You feel like crap. I mean, you feel your body slow down. You feel the way it. Yeah, I mean, there's I don't feel there's anything good over overloading on sugars at all. I mean,
Mhm.
being off of it now, no way. Yeah, I feel the effects. I feel even like the brain fog and
Oh, yeah.
sugar highs and lows and trying to come down. I mean, it literally takes a day for me to process. Like if we go through and I have like a big piece of cake with somebody or something like that. Yeah, I mean, I'm to the point now where I don't even try. I'm like, nope, I'm good. I don't feel like going through that, like being hungover with alcohol or something.
Yeah, it really is. It's a good way to put it. Like,
Yeah.
the brain fog and stuff. I don't think people realize how much to me I think it's important that people get in tune with their bodies and realize, like, how their bodies react to, like, what they put in it. I think people just don't understand, like, how a lot of how they feel, act, and whatever, they just are kinda like, "It's good enough." I don't think a lot of people fee I don't think a lot of people realize that they feel like shit.
That's I agree with that. I didn't realize it. I had no idea. I thought that was normal. I literally thought that the way I felt before, where you had the highs and lows. I mean, I
Mhm.
was basically to the point where I was almost pre-diabetic. I mean, my sugar levels, my blood pressures. I mean, it was everything was all out of whack. I remember going in for just a regular checkup at that time, which was in COVID. But I remember my back was hurting really bad, and I was like, "Let me just get a checkup." And the doc looked at me. He's like, you're all over the place. He's like, you've got to lose weight. I mean, this was not an option anymore. And
Mm.
yeah, I remember going back in, what, 2 years later after I lost like 160 pounds or so. I think I was down to at that point like 230 or 240. And the doc was just shocked. I mean, he looked at me, he's like, I can't believe it's the same man. And so we did our blood work then, and everything had dialed in. I mean, my cholesterols, my LPs, my blood pressures, my sugar level. I mean, everything had done within 2 years of doing just diet and exercise. That's it. No, whatever, no pills, no surgeries, nothing. So that's
No
pretty amazing.
Ozempic or
No, yeah, none of those things at all.
what what would you think is the biggest difference between you now and then? Like, if you had to tell yourself the biggest benefit, what would it be?
You know what? The biggest benefit of all of it is that I now have that mindset that I can fix anything. And I think that's got to be it.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like, I knew that once I fixed up here in my brain, everything else is just a result of it. I mean, just understanding and figuring out what habits serve me, how to, I don't know, I've rewired all kinds of parts of it. I mean, my learning parts of it, understanding who I am, understanding my diet, understanding nutritional values, all that stuff. Because the best part is now is that even if for some reason, I mean, God forbid something were to happen to me, at least I know that I can tailor a diet down, I can tailor an exercise, I can do all those things because I now have that mindset of how it's going to work, and I understand my body, and I understand how that works and how it processes proteins and vegetables and all that stuff. So yeah, by far out of everything that changed in my life, yeah, having the understanding, the knowledge, and the mindset, that's the biggest.
that's the biggest benefit. That's a good answer. That's a really good answer, actually.
Yeah, it was like I said, with once you understand that, dude, all the rest is easy. I mean, now I have a base diet that I can build and tailor, and it completely works to my schedule. I mean, no matter what, if I need to lose weight, I know where I can alter it. If I need to gain a little bit of weight, if I, I mean, it doesn't matter, whatever it is now, like it doesn't scare me. Back in the day, I had no idea how to regulate anything. I just reacted to everything. There was just, yeah, it wasn't like I'm proactively setting out and being intentional or understanding what calories in, calories out, sugars, any of those things at all. I had just winging it basically. And then I would freak out when the scale went up, which was crazy. Right? It's
How much have you
crazy.
lost so far?
I did 200 pounds total weight loss. So yeah, I went from
Sheesh.
397 pounds to 197 pounds, lost 200 pounds.
And then are you keeping that weight, or are you deciding you
Yeah.
wanna put a little bit more on, or what?
No, I did start bulking up on actually doing some muscle. So I started doing some creatine. I started actually doing some weightlifting. So I went from 197 up to like 204, 206. And that's just because I'm, retaining more water in my muscles. But yeah, I want to actually start to get a little bigger. I know I'm going to be 46 here in what, a week. And so
Oh,
I'm not
dang.
getting any younger, right? And so I've got to build that skeletal muscle because I want to make sure I don't lose that over time. I mean, right now I'm the youngest I'm ever going to be right now. So I'm like, I've got to build as much muscle as I possibly can because I know that's what will keep you lean and that's what will keep you healthy for a very long time. The more skeletal muscle you can build. So I've added more proteins in, added a little bit leaner of a diet. I've added some creatine in and I added some actual weight building. So not just as much cardio, but more, yeah, actually getting in some bigger dumbbells and some bigger weights and stuff, which is cool because
Nice,
more
that's
muscles.
awesome.
Yeah, man, it feels good.
And with going back to like the mindset you're talking about, do you think that helps you with the mindset of having to rebuild after Helene?
Yeah, oh my gosh,
Is
dude,
that
absolutely.
those pictures are crazy, huh?
Yeah, that was next level. I mean, you try to be ready for everything in your life and take everything as it's happening for you, not to you. You know what I mean? And have the growth mindset mentality out of it, no matter what. Especially coming off of, I mean, between divorces and yeah, exes and children, raising up and all that stuff. I thought that I had gone through everything that my life was going to throw at me. I figured I lost the weight. I'm a single dad. I'm taking care of my kid. Like, this is it. I'm maintaining. I'm doing well. The business is okay. And then next thing you know, there's a flood, and everything down there completely went under salt water. So it was destroyed, and the boat survived. But as far as all the building, all the business, I mean, it was complete devastation down there. That was next level. So yeah,
How high did the water get? Was it it's
total, I think it was like 8 feet of storm surge is what we got in the building. We had just under 2 feet, so it was like 19 inches altogether of actual salt water flooded into the building. And so at that point, though, I mean, basically anything in that building was, yeah, it was pretty bad. So yeah, it
so
was rip everything out, throw it all away, start over. I mean, yeah, scratch.
how did you guys prepare for it?
Well, I'd say the bad thing is Helene was 92 miles away. So, I mean, we strapped the boats down. We got ready that way. I'd say as far as a typical hurricane, like, yeah, I mean, we made sure things were kind of like lifted up here and there and stuff like that. But we didn't take it as seriously as I think we probably should have, looking back on it for sure. I mean, it was far enough away. It was one of those ones where it didn't seem like it was going to be that big of a deal. And
Yeah.
so we're okay, all right, oh, it's coming, we'll figure it out. And yeah, it was way more than we thought it was going to be.
Dude, at my 9 to 5, they were he was like, "Oh, we can come into work tomorrow."
Yeah,
Like it
yeah,
looked like it was just gonna be a windy, rainy day. And then I've got friends who live on Treasure Island Beach, and my one buddy, he's like second story in his apartment, and
yeah,
he was home, and it was at night too. That's another freaky thing. And it's like the water is like up to like up his stairs and everything. And he even like put on like his swimsuit and he walked downstairs, and like where the washers and dryers are for his building, they're just floating around in the room, you know? And it's like
yeah.
mid hurricane. He's got his phone out and it's like water's all the way up here. It's like all the cars in the parking lot are underwater, and you're literally seeing, like I said, washers and appliances just floating around in the rooms that they were in.
It's
And
crazy.
yeah, I don't think a lot of people understood. I mean, especially our area of Florida. I mean, we get hurricanes every year, and it's the same. It's like you said, the same process. Like, you know, strap down the boats, board your windows if you want. I think
Right.
probably
I mean,
about
it's basically
40% of people.
right. I mean, we're
Yeah.
looking for wind damage. We want to make sure lawn furniture doesn't blow around and stuff like that. Like every storm, they say storm surge, and I mean, like, look, I mean, what was it, Irma, and all these other ones that kept saying it was going to be, 8 to 10 foot of storm surge, and in exchange, we had less, right? I mean, water went
Yeah.
out, so we're like, oh yeah, right. We just figured it's just another preventative thing from the Weather Channel, whatever. But yeah, I'd say had no idea that it was going to be like that. Yeah, and we had Brian in Indian Rocks, and he was posting video, like you say, of that during that time, and he stayed on the island, and he was like, This is absolute." He's like, the entire first floor was underwater of his place. Yeah, I mean, he was like, "This is it."
Yeah, man. I remember, like you said, Irma. That's when I lived down the road from you, from the business. And they were like, "Oh, it's going to be 8 to 9 feet of storm surge." And I remember moving everything out of the house. They were
Right.
going to evacuate. They're evacuating. It started getting creepy down at the last little bit there because they've got cops and cars going down with loudspeakers saying, "You need to get off the island. We're locking
Yeah.
the bridge. We're locking the bridge. Get off the island." And I remember moving everything out and foaming all my doors shut as well as with Carter when he worked there.
Right. Yeah, 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 I remember that. Yep. Everybody.
And then, like you
And-
said, it ended up sucking the water out. So
right.
literally the intercoastal was just mud.
Right.
And I remember one of my neighbors, the upstairs neighbor, he stayed and he was like, dude, it looked like he was I don't want to say Bookie Eli, like just like one of the last people. Like it was so barren and vacant, and it just looked abandoned and left. Everything looked left behind. And he's walking the beach, and you can see the buoys and the chains are just laying on the ground because it sucked
That's
the
crazy.
water out, like past the sandbar.
Yeah.
And
That's crazy.
so I don't think that like we ever really understood like
No,
how.
and I mean, we've been here for 20 years. I've never seen storm surge like that. Never. I mean, there's houses that have never been flooded that have been here for 80, 100 years. I've never seen storm surge. It just, yeah, that one hit at the exact, like, wrong way, wrong point, wrong, at the highest tide. And yeah, whatever it is, that was like worst case scenario.
And then we get Milton right behind it, which is, they're making that seem like it was going to be like
That's right.
le-
I mean, it sounded like that was gonna wipe us off the map, and that was like barely anything. I mean, for us, I don't even think we lost a couple shingles out of it. That was it. I mean, Milton was nothing, and that was a category what 4 that
full.
hit Sarasota.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that got scary because they were all hyping that up. They're like, if you didn't evacuate, you need to hunker down and pray. They're making it seem like death is coming. I was like, did I make the right decision here? Like,
I know, I know. Like I said, and we were down there still cleaning out from Helene, trying to get everything out, and then we're realizing that all this stuff on the road is now going to be flying debris, right? I mean,
yep.
that's what they're basically saying is that all that stuff that we were throwing away was now going to be flying debris and it's going to destroy all the. I was like, oh my goodness, are you
with,
kidding me?
with like 140-mile-an-hour winds, and then you got
Right.
pieces of wood and splinters and nails and shingles just all out in the road
Yeah,
loose. Like,
drywall, everything. I mean, just piled up furniture. I mean, it's high all the way up. It was, yeah, that was wild.
so you guys been still picking up and everything, right? Dealing with everything.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, the building's been gutted since, I mean, basically right after Milton. I mean, we post those pictures up, but that's completely gutted out. Whatever was salvageable is in a pod out front. And then, yeah, we've been just over here going through all the equipment and trying to save whatever we can. Scooters, scoot coops, bicycles, anything that we can, yeah, lube up, restore, keep going, get ready for season because it's coming, so yeah, we're hoping for it. We're hoping the building comes back.
How did all the boats do?
The boats did fine. Yeah, I mean, we had a little wind damage, so some of the bimmy tops that were back got pushed over a little bit, and like some of the pontoon doors and stuff, but minimal. So the bad thing is though, we did not evacuate the scooters and the coops or anything like that through Helene. So it flooded
Mm.
up to tires on there. So engines, all that stuff went underwater. And, we've been out there pickling them and pulling out wiring systems and redoing batteries and going through electrical, but yeah, we're slowly bringing them all back because that's a big fleet. So
If anyone could do it, man, it's your dad. I've never seen anyone who can hop on a boat and take it apart and hanging
it's
off
been
the back
crazy.
of it in no time. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah, it's been wild, no doubt. So yeah, we're working
That's what
diligently at
that's what keeps that man young, man.
it. It is. It's the only way. He's gonna be 72 and he still hops around out there like he's in his 50s. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean he
72
does.
years.
Yeah.
Talk about good mindset. I mean, this guy, for the listeners, he's 72 years old and just like, what time does he get into work?
Mm. He does a little bit later now, like maybe right at 8 o'clock, 7:30. I mean, he used to be there at 6 a.m. no matter what, always. I mean, he was just always there. But yeah, and he'll work all the way until dark, 7 days a week. He's been doing it his entire life. I mean, ever since I can ever imagine, like since I can remember, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I mean, that man works no matter what, no matter what. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, he's dedicated trooper for sure. And it's
Yeah.
not too often that you even like, you got to imagine like imagine running this business and people treat your boats like a rental. Like
Yeah.
these
Oh
people beat
yeah.
the shit out of these things. And then when they all come back in, you're just slowly hearing all the problems and all the shit you got to fix and all the reasons why it's not working because of dumbasses. And
Right.
he just takes it on the chin and just like, all right,
Yeah.
well,
And
yep,
it's
I'll get
rented
that
the
done.
next day. Right. And so it's not
Yeah,
like, oh, well, that's okay. We'll get to it or whatever. You know what I mean? No, I mean, it's rented the next day. So whatever amount of time from when it gets turned in at 5, 6 o'clock at night, by the next morning, 8, 9 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the next morning, it's got to be fixed or we have to cancel rides out. So, yeah, I mean, he'll be there, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, right up to when it has to go back out. He'll be there.
so is that something you're looking to inherit or like,
I don't know, man. We'll have to see how that one goes. I mean, as much as I don't want to ever see the business lost to something else out there, yeah, I don't know if I'm dedicated to 2 o'clock in the morning rebuilding stuff either. So we'll just see.
yeah,
Maybe if I find a really good mechanic, somebody like him that will work for me.
I feel like that's got to be the key.
It's got to be, no doubt. There's got to be somebody out there, I'm sure, that's young and ambitious, that's ready to work on anything. You know what I mean? As like a challenge. Like, can I get it done? Is it
Right.
possible?
Gosh, it would just be so crazy, like all the things. Man, do you remember? You remember the one day where those people almost hit the seawall and then they ended up hitting the neighbor's dock and
I
putting a
wasn't
hole
there.
down 15? Were you there that
Yeah,
day or
I
no?
wasn't there that day, but yeah, I heard about that one. That was crazy. Yeah, Josh was there, I think, and stuff. They were trying to catch it. It was like the end of the day, and
Hmm.
they came in hot, and next thing you know, they turned and smacked right into the dock next door, and yeah, it had like what a piece of wood sticking out of the boat.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one for the listeners. So
For the
I'll try to
listeners, yeah.
I'll try to explain it the best I can. But so the Island Marine is like got floating docks, and that's where the boats are pulled into. And then, at the end of the day, they pull into those docks, call everyone captain, because if you're in charge of the boat, you're the captain. Like that's how it goes. And um we catch the boats on the outsides of the dock. Like not we don't let them pull into the slips. We catch them on the outside, then the employees pull the boats in. So it's the end of the day, and this guy is pulling into the outside of the floating dock. Nose of the boat is pointing straight towards the seawall. I mean, how many feet do you think are between? Like 20, 30?
Yeah, like 20, maybe 30. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but not much. Yeah.
So this guy's pulling up to the dock, and it wasn't even like a hard pull, and the current wasn't ripping or anything. He was just like kind of floating up to the dock. And then for whatever reason, he whiskey throttled the boat, which made the front of the boat jump, which made him punch like he fell backwards, but punched the throttle all the way down. So he gunned it, and the boat goes like nose up in the air. And luckily, that guy just, for whatever reason, I think he just had the right reaction. The best reaction for the situation, but he cranked the wheel all the way to his right. So the boat starts going like it's going to smack into the seawall, misses the seawall, does this crazy 180, and then like he goes to overcorrect and it swings the ass end of the boat out into the dock, which is like the neighbor's wooden dock. Like that's also probably about 30 feet away. So somehow he managed to pull like a U-turn with this
Yeah.
with the gas fully cranked, and this boat is like, I'm telling you, like nose up in the air. Like if that boat could have gone so wrong, could have gone up and onto the floating
Oh,
dock
yeah.
with
And
the
you have to
prop
say it's
line.
a 23-foot boat with a 250 horsepower behind it. So yeah, it's not a small little runabout.
Right, yeah, and the prop just freaking going. Who knows what could have cut somebody or everybody on the dock, or the front could have easily gotten pinned underneath of the dock too, which would have just made the prop like just like a spinning, flying,
Right. Or
weed
imagine, yeah,
whacker.
they would have crashed under that dock with all those people on there. Ooh, oh my
And
goodness,
I think
man.
one person was standing up out ready to get off the boat when it happened too. And
Oh my goodness. So they were up on the very front.
like,
Oh
yeah,
man.
like they're about to hop off the boat and jump onto the dock, and
Wow.
it ended up ended up swinging out and hitting the neighbor's dock, and like it took like a chunk of the dock went into your boat, number 15, and then it still kinda did, like it still kinda kept keeping its circle, and then he ended up shutting it off and just floated, and everyone was, like, looking around like, "Everyone okay? Everyone okay?" Not one person got hurt, but your
That's
boat had,
amazing.
like, a huge hole in the side of it, and your dad
Yes.
fixed that within a night.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I was there. Him and Buddy sat there that night and completely laid all fiberglass, pressed it all back in, let it set, came back in early, sanded it, re-gelled it, painted. I mean, like everything. It's like
Mhm.
crazy,
Within, like
crazy.
within less than 24 hours, that boat was ready to go back out. I mean, this is the type of dedication that business takes from you guys. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is wild, man. It really is. It is crazy, no doubt.
And
Yeah, we have a
and
lot of stories. No,
I know, right? And with all that, man, like you guys are still managed to be like a really cool, laid back, like not only company but vibe, for customers and everyone.
yeah, no, like you said, we've built, I mean, 20 years of relations. That's what I said. I've got customers that still come back every year. And that's what I said. They're shocked. They're like, I can't believe it's you. I can't believe it. So yeah, it's cool.
What do you think's the hardest part of that business? Just the
That
mechanic stuff?
the mechanic parts. Yeah, I mean, the rest of it's really a lot of fun. I mean, the people
Mm,
are amazing. They're on vacation. They're coming down. But yeah, it's the crazy stuff that does happen, and then the destruction that you're trying to keep up with. That would definitely be the toughest part of that job by far. If you didn't have that, that job would be a cakewalk, man.
I know, right? So after 5 almost 5 years or going on 5 years of your getting yourself in shape, sticking to it. I mean, the discipline, sticking to your discipline and stuff. What do you plan on doing with it? I know you've talked to me a lot about helping others. What
Yeah, so my big one would definitely be some facet of doing weight loss journeys for people. You know what I mean? Like weight loss transformations. And the big one is definitely understanding the mindset. And then, like I said, taking small piece by piece, giving them nutritional, going through and tell them how food works
Yeah,
and how diet, what portions actually look like, and what consistency looks like. And yeah, just what working out. I mean, not going crazy bonkers on it, but what will start, making those shifts for them. So yeah, it's cool because you can watch people that never have lost weight. They start to understand that same thing, and then it starts to click. It's like, oh, it's not as hard. It's not this, really, really difficult thing. It's actually a lot more simple. Just you need somebody there with you. You really do. And so yeah, that's what I plan to do is help as many as I can.
the accountability coach,
Yeah,
pretty
yeah, man,
much.
absolutely. Yeah, I'd say just yeah, just giving them know-how. Absolutely, just yeah, giving them some tactics and like the way you and I bounced ideas off each other, and I
Yeah,
kept coming in saying, "What do you think about this?" And what do you? I mean, I think everyone needs that. I think everyone out there that struggles with any kind of weight loss has got 1.5 million questions because they've tried all kinds of things that don't work, and they're scared to do another one because they know that I mean, they want to lose weight. I don't think anybody that's overweight doesn't want to lose weight. Like that was the thing is I don't think there's one person out there that's heavy that's like, man, no, I really don't want to do that. I just don't think some people haven't hit their rock bottom where they're like, okay, this is it. Today is my final. I mean, that was my 397 pounds was my rock bottom. Like I'm not going to go above that, not by 1 pound ever again. I'd say I think everybody has to hit that rock bottom wherever that is for them to make some massive changes wherever the pain of being where they are is more than the pain of where they want to be. But yeah, I'd say after that, they just have questions. I mean, everyone. I think they all have questions. And I went to YouTube, I went to Google, I went to all that, and then I went to you, and I was like, "Hey, you're the thinnest, most in shape person I know." I'm
okay.
like, think about this. What do you think about that? And I just kept running stuff by you all the time, and it was good. I found out about fish and supplements and all kinds of things. And you're like, yeah, no, this seems to work. This doesn't. And the thing I did was I would do something. I would make a shift, and then I would give it time for my
Right.
body to react to it. Before I'd always I'd try a cleanse, and 3 days later, if I didn't lose 5 pounds, I'd try another thing. And I'd try. I'm like, this is not working. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna give this 30 days. Like I'm gonna eat fish every day for dinner for 30 days. You know what I mean? I made sure I'm like, I'm not going to do this for a short little burst anymore. This is a long term thing. So that was a shift.
Have I ever showed you the picture of when I did all the different diets? Like from like when I was like I did a vegetarian diet for a long time. I did a pescatarian, like where it was just like veggies, chicken, and fish. And then I did like an all out like just dirty bulk diet.
No.
No.
Yeah. And so what, you took pictures of yourself all the way through, like showing the differences of what you actually physically look like?
Yeah, as we're talking, if I'm not looking at you, I'm trying to find
That's
the
cool.
yeah, my dog's freaking out. Yeah, I'm trying to look for it as we're talking here, but like I did exactly what you're saying. Like it was like, "Hey, Buster, go." It's I was going through like all the different I don't know what she's doing. I was like just trying to do different stuff and see how it like affected my body. Like I just think it's cool like you said, giving yourself time to let it kick in. So, kind of do like a little bit of research on it, and I don't know if I'll be able to find it right away. But like what I ended up I might have to share it another time cuz I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. But I did like several months of like just vegetarian. And I
So
leaned
could you
out.
physically see the difference, like from
Oh
one
yeah.
to the next? Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah. I know where to snag it now. Just be patient with me for a minute here. I'll
Oh,
snag it off of
that's pretty wild.
Instagram and I'll screen share it
I
while
wish
we're
I had taken more pictures of my weight loss journey. I had some that I was, but I don't have a lot. I don't know why, but I didn't see the big radical changes through. It was so subtle. It took me like 2.5 years to go through the full weight loss. So the big things that I went through that was a radical change was definitely the surgery. I had the extra skin. I don't know if you remember, but all of my chest
Oh
area,
yeah.
and so yeah, that was crazy. That surgery was that was next level. I had never. I mean, I don't know about you, but I've never been through any surgery that was more than like 10 stitches, and that was like, I forget. I think it was 100 and some stitches and like 80 staples, and yeah. I mean, I remember I went in the last day of February, of what 2023, right? So it was like basically on March 1st of 2024 or 2023. And I remember spring break was it was getting ready to start. And so should have been at work. And I remember I was like, I can't even get off the like couch at all. Like I
Oh
remember
wow.
like, I'm like, yeah, dude, it was like almost 3 weeks before I could even like move around and be mobile again. I mean, that was tough, no doubt. I had no idea it was going to be that tough. I just knew I didn't want the skin, so whatever the surgery was, it doesn't matter. Like I didn't want to have that anymore. And man, no, going back on that one, whew, that was next level. I was gonna say, man, I thought by the time I did the weight loss and the surgeries and yeah, I mean everything on there, I'm like, oh, I've been through it all. And then Aline came along and wiped out the business. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's been next level for sure. But I've
I don't know if
learned
it's
through all of it that, like I said, I still have that mindset that everything that happens is happening for me, not to me, and we're gonna get through it. And that's what I say. That is the mindset that you have to have, and that's what it took. But
it's
you're
like
right. If I was 400 pounds and thinking everything was happening to me, and I was this victim, dude, Helene would have wiped me out. I don't think mentally or physically I would have taken that one very well at all.
that resilience, man. So
Yeah.
it's not letting me I don't have the screen share set up yet, but I got the picture right here. So we'll just do it the ghetto way. It's no big deal.
Mhm.
I'll just
You
share it
gotta
like
hold it.
this. So
Yeah, dude. Wow.
So down there in the bottom where I was 151, that was just like, and then I wrote the cardio down there, so that's like when I was doing um like less lifting and more of like jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai.
Yes.
And
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 that's our
then
thing. Yeah.
and then to the right of that, I think I got like above 183, but that was like just dirty bulking and lifting a lot. And then
Yes.
the one up on the top is kind of like where I settled down somewhat in the middle. But I feel the best like right around 170, 175, but 165 works really well too.
That's
But
cool. So now
yeah,
what does your diet now consist of? Like, is it a mixture of fish and vegetables and chicken? Is it more chicken or is it more beef or what do you
I'm trying more beef now. Um
okay. Now do you lift a lot or do you like intermittent it?
so right now, yeah, so on average probably about like 3 times a week I lift. They're
Okay.
usually like not very long because my lunch where I'm working right now, in the meantime, my lunch is like right next to the gym. So like I go to the gym on my lunch and train like
Right.
jujitsu. And
Yeah.
now the gym does noon classes like Monday through Friday. So it's so hard for me to skip lunch or skip jujitsu and training, you know what I mean, in martial arts when
Yes.
I know what's going on. It's like I got that FOMO, like the fear of missing out, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you gotta get in there. Yeah.
It's like my home. So most of the time it's usually like when I lift, it's like after work, I hit the gym at work, which is like a full size gym. But I hit that after 5 o'clock or 5:30 or whatever, and I'll go hop over there for like 20, 25 minutes and I'll just usually pick a muscle group or two. And it's
Nice.
almost like I just do a long superset. But it's kind of hard to even get like a heavy pump because I'm usually pretty tired by then. Because I've
Yeah, and yeah, I did find my workout works the best first thing in the morning. But I also, because of my job and because of my kid, like you said, and everything I've got going on in my life, I chunked out of time early in the morning. I mean, I wake up at 3:45 a.m. and
Jeez.
I am in my gym by 4:35. Like no matter what, doing my first stretch and hopping on. I do my cardio, and then I'll do rowing and elliptical and then I'll jump down and do push-ups, sit-ups, and then 3 days a week, if I can get my fourth, but most of the time 3 days a week, I do my little bench area over here with dumbbells and all those kind of things, and doing shoulders and all that. So yeah, now I've got pull-ups and things, but yeah, and mine mainly consists of chicken and fish with vegetables and eggs. So it's a protein and vegetable combination by far. I said that working the best for my body style. And
And that's
I
what you
thought,
like?
oh yeah, yeah, I thought it was more. It was funny because I thought in the past that beef and pork were the things that I would respond the best to, but I
Mhm.
found out that my body responds way better to lean proteins like the chicken and the fish, and definitely like a salmon and tunas and mahis and things like that. I do really well with. Yeah, I mean, I can lean out really well and recover well with my muscles and everything else. I was
That's
shocked. I didn't realize that was even my diet type until afterwards.
You know, I'll be honest, like, when I was doing the mostly vegetables, like,
Yeah.
vegetarian type style stuff, like, like, I even had, like, bean burgers, type of thing. I started feeling and I don't know if it's from, like, kinda what we talked about earlier, like, depriving myself for 3 to 4 months of, like, sugars and, like, heavy foods. I felt like energy, but I didn't feel like explosive. Like I felt like when I went to the gym to train, I had energy, but I didn't feel strong. And then
Yes.
as soon as I added like chicken and fish, I started like instantly feeling like pretty freaking good. Like I remember like I would eat like a lot of flounder and
Yeah.
I used to fish a lot too, so like I would eat like mackerel and flounder a lot and I would be like this feels pretty good. But I think now that I've added like avocado, like which is good fats, and lately I don't know, I've just like beef lately, like making steak,
Right. Well, that's
just
supposed to be
pre-eating
really
the
good with
steak.
muscle recovery, right? I mean, that's what they say that beef is supposed to be really good for muscle recovery on there. So, yeah.
We eat a lot here. I mean, we got the kids. So I try to meal prep, but we've got the kids and like one of them is allergic to eggs. So we try to like uh kind of figure out simple meals that like work for everybody. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You know how kids are, they get picky and stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
You're
a
always
lot
mixing up something in there.
so we try to like, usually on Sundays I got the smoker going and I try to like smoke a bunch of meat for like the next few days or 4 days, But
Nice.
so we'll either do like steak or like chicken thighs a lot. Tends to be like our sweet spot, but you know, I'm not
That's cool.
I'm not opposed to anything. I'm a pretty big foodie. Like I like barbecue a lot. So
There you go.
I
Yeah,
don't
no, I try to get whatever I can, but like I say, as if I can keep it lean, the better. The less breadings and stuff like that, the more I'm going towards that one for sure. But I understand that.
nowadays I'm competing at like at 168. So I can't be over 168 with my gi on. So I try to walk around 165 and
Yes.
sometimes depending like if I'm training every day, like it's really hard for me to hold on weight. And then if I start lifting on top of that, I get exhausted. So what I'm trying to switch to now is more of like not caring about competing and
Yeah.
I'm trying to like I want to get bigger. I want to get back to like 170, 175 to see if I can do it. That's my goal. So
Yeah.
putting on
Yeah.
another 10 pounds. So I'm probably going to start incorporating like carbs, creatine, um I buy like NA beers now just because I don't like drinking and I don't like how the alcohol makes me feel, but I do like the taste of beer and I do want the extra carbs. Like I think drinking the carbs is really easy.
It
so
definitely is easy for sure. Yeah. 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 That's awesome.
so we'll
So
see.
yeah.
We'll
And
see
the
how it goes.
creatine, it will automatically gain weight because you're going to fill all your muscles up with water. I mean, you're going to completely saturate them, which is awesome because the recovery is that much faster. I mean, you'll
Mhm.
definitely feel that for sure. Yeah, I had no idea.
I did like a round of creatine like a little while back and I remember it felt pretty good. I don't really
It
like
definitely, yeah, it blows you up. I mean, you feel it. I'd say, no doubt.
that's fine as long as like I said, like the recovery is what I more want. So that sounds like
That'll
I'm
do it.
right down the right path here.
That, yeah, that definitely, that did it for me. I can tell you that. I'd say, as far as, yeah, recovery and just the soreness going away. Yeah, all of it, it was, yeah, that was awesome.
So are you more looking towards like consultations, blogs, books, or like programs?
Yeah, so I am talking with the editor about writing a book. Say
Oh,
so the
nice.
book is all going to be about reframing your mind and understanding what weight loss is, and just, yeah, for anybody out there that's just looking to make that very first step, like going from I'm overweight, I'm out of control, I don't know what to do, to making that first step that, okay, I can do this and this is where I need to go to. That, I mean, that's going to be the whole book. Is like, look, this is how I lost 200 pounds. It's possible. This is how I did it. And so can you, you know what I mean? And that's going to be the big, that's going to be the whole part of the first book that I'm going to put out. That's it. Is taking the very first step, going from sitting on a couch being overweight or obese or whatever it is that they're at, to saying, okay, I can make that very first step. Because I knew that was the biggest hurdle of them all, was just taking that very first step. And so that's why I want to relate to people. And then after that is going to be doing podcasts. As I say, we're starting to do some interviews. I want to get more people on that I can talk to,
Mhm,
as far as explaining how easy it is, or just relatability. I mean, and like the questions that I had when I was talking to you,
mhm.
that's what I want to bring experts on to, and just say, listen, these are things that I found that worked, and here's professionals that are backing me up on it, and this is how. You know what I mean? And then just
Nice.
give that out to the people out there that have the same question. I mean, I hope to build a community of people that will all lose weight, say, and do huge transformations on there, and then, yeah, I would say from there, if I can do some private coaching, that's awesome. But like I said, my big thing is to try to get out to as many people as I can. I mean, I'm sure if I'm out here by myself doing it in the back room, I'm not the only one. I'm sure there are hundreds or thousands or millions of people around the globe right now that, yeah, they don't, they're sitting there at whatever their weight is, whether it's 300, 400, 500 pounds. And you could be 20 years old, 30 years old, 40, it doesn't matter. I say, but they don't know where to take that first step. That's it. And so, yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, man.
Super exciting, man. Um,
It is cool, no doubt. Yeah, it's and then the crazy thing is it's all new. I've never written a book, done a podcast. I mean, I don't even know half the technology I'm still figuring out as we go between yeah, I mean, I had no idea uploading a video or editing it or captioning it or anything. So yeah, I mean, this is all new territory for me. And as much as learning how to figure out a diet, that's probably what this is. This the next evolution of it. That's all.
just grow with it.
Yeah, well, I'm back to asking you questions again, right? I'm
Yeah.
like, how's this video work? How does this go? What do I use? What do I do? Because I'm right back to it again. It's just a different, yeah, it's just a different level of it.
110%, man. Um, I probably got to close up for today, but I do appreciate you doing this, and I look forward to not only the boats being up and running again and seeing that place. I don't
It will.
I couldn't imagine that place like brand new. I don't know.
It's
So
gonna be wild. Yeah, I can't wait to show it off when it's all done. That's what I
yeah,
say. I mean, it is gonna be all brand new, everything all the way up. I mean, it's gonna look really cool. I
it
can't
had
wait,
that
guys.
like ancient beachfront like feeling to it. Like this is like so,
Old.
so now it's
Yeah.
gonna have a new smell to it. I'm gonna be like, what the hell when I walk in there? It's gonna be crazy.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be wild, man. Yeah, you're not even gonna recognize the place at all. I don't think anybody is, so I can't wait.
Super exciting. Keep me in the loop. And yeah, as that stuff unfolds, man, also keep me in the loop. I mean, I'm following everything. So
Yeah, I keep asking you because, like you say, you're always my go-to resource. So
if I can
for
help,
everything.
I help,
Oh, I
you know.
know, man. It's awesome. Yeah, I'm always coming back for more information. Always.
Sweet, Well, you have a good night. I appreciate the talk and keep grinding out there, dude.
Yeah, man. You too, brother. And if you need anything ever, just
Yep.
call me up, hit me up. I'm always here to help.
Oh yeah,
Always.
same for picking up that beach and everything too. I know you guys probably killed it. You guys don't usually ask for help, but I don't mind giving a hand. That
No.
place has helped me out a ton, you know?
Well, I can't wait till you're back over there and we're hanging out on the beach all together. I
I'm
can't
down.
wait, man. Absolutely. We'll have a non-alcoholic beer over at Caddy's.
Yeah, let's go. All right, brother.
All right, man.